Good morning. I am glad you are with us today. Steve Duval from Thor Motor Coach. We are actually at the factory where they build the Windsport. And a lot of you said, you know what, I'd love to see a Windsport. I'd love to see a bunkhouse model. So today we're going to spend the next half hour or so talking about the 34J. A lot of great improvements to talk about. We're going to walk you around the outside, kind of show you how to set it up. New decor, a lot of new features to talk about from the chassis to the motor. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. So with the Windsport 34J, you're going to have a lot of great features on the outside, especially when it comes to storage. This whole side, outside the two bays, going to be storage for you. So right back here, let's go ahead and start right back here. You have a nice storage bay here. You do have lights, which you can control using Rapid Cam Plus. We'll get into that when we get inside. I actually have it on my phone, so we'll do a little demonstration of that. You do have your fuel fill here. Right over here, you do have your gas generator, 5,500 watts. This is going to power everything in your motorhome. The nice thing is this runs directly off your tank. So you have two 13.5 ACs up top. You can run that no problem. Residential refrigerator, run it no problem. Microwave, no problem. So anything that you want, when this is on, you're not going to have an issue. One of the things that I like to recommend, and you've probably heard me say this before, a lot of people don't always use their generator for one reason or another, but because you've paid for it, use it. Especially when you're going down the road, you know, you have two air conditioning units, and this can sleep up to 9 people. So this is going to be fully loaded wherever your trip is going, right? So when you have just a cabin full of family and friends, you're not going to cool the whole thing down just using the air conditioning coming out of the vents up front, right? So turn on your generator when you're driving down the road. Set your thermostat. Going to do a couple things for you. Keep your passengers cool. Going to help you maintain that temperature too, because we're at that time of year, especially now where it's a nice crisp fall morning here, but it's going to be 80 in the afternoon. Well, that's not when you're going to want to turn your air conditioner on, because the ambient temperature is going to be warm. You're going to want it a little cooler. We recommend setting your thermostat about 10 to 15 degrees below the ambient temp. That way you don't freeze up the coils. So run that and set your air conditioner wherever you want and have a comfortable trip, making that drive very comfortable. Something new. And if you look at the Windsport and you think, boy, something looks a little different, that's because we added 3 inches to the tires. 22.5-inch tires now. This is the max pack. You're going to get a bigger F53 chassis up to 22,000 pounds, and with these 22.5-inch tires, you're going to have a better ride. You have more tire surface hitting the road. Just a great ride. I mean, and the nice thing about the bigger chassis is it allowed us to add taller storage bays. You'll be able to fit a lot more items back here for your adventures. If you're going to be gone for a week, a couple of weeks, a couple of months, you'll be able to fit everything you need in here. You have your 50 amp shore power cord right here. The nice thing is it's detachable. You can go ahead and throw it in any one of these bays. When you're hooking up your shore power, remember at the campsite you're going to take and you're going to make sure that the circuit breakers are off. You plug in, then you can go ahead and turn your circuit breakers on. One thing I like to do, you'll notice our slide wall is in. This is a full wall slide, and you can put that out with your remote, and we'll show you how to do that, but the engine needs to be running, so I can't do that right now. We will when we go inside. Go ahead, pull into camp. All right, get everything out that you need, plug in to your shore power, and then go ahead and put your jacks down. You can put your slides out after your jacks are down. Once you're in to the shore power, you're going to have the voltage that you need to get your slide out. So the motor also needs to be running here. Slam latch storage bay doors. This is your black tank. You have the exterior shower. You have a tank flush. What's nice about this is this swivels. Remember, when you're pulling your handles there when you're at camp, you're going to go black, then you're going to go gray, make sure everything is rinsed out, and then give it a nice rinse with your exterior shower. You do have a cable connect, so if the campground you're at has cable, this is where you're going to plug in. You have a nice light in here, so if you're draining the tanks at night, you're going to be able to see. You can turn those on inside. One of the things, even though this has the Siphon 360, which really keeps a lot of stank out of the tank, as I like to say, a lot of people will keep their handles open the entire time they're set up. I don't like to do that just because I don't like just, the exhaust and the fumes coming through. So I just drain my tanks in the morning, maybe in the afternoon, then at night. Have over here another nice storage bay, nice durable rotocast. There's a drain plug inside too, so if you maybe you're going to use this as a tailgating machine, and you can because there's a TV on the other side. You know what you can do? You can load this up with ice and throw some drinks in there. You have a nice cooler. And the nice thing is because there's a drain plug in the back, simply unscrew the drain plug. All that water will drain out. Muddy shoes, boots, whatever it may be, you're coming back from a trip, throw in here. Great, easy to rinse out. City water connection is right here, so you're going to go ahead and plug in your city water when you are at camp. You plug in here, you turn it, plug into the spigot, you turn it on. This is where your city water goes. Over here, another great storage bay. I told you this thing is just full of storage. A little bit of pass-through because of that bigger chassis that this is on. You have a little bit more pass-through, so if you have some skis, maybe some fishing poles, you can go ahead. You can throw those right in there. You do have a hot water heater. You're going to have a 6-gallon hot water tank on this for your showers, for your sinks. Another storage bay. I told you this thing just doesn't run out of storage, does it? It just keeps going and going. And we're going to give you one more storage bay. This is also coming in, by the way, at 30 feet, 8 inches long, so just under 36 feet. You got 12 feet, 2 inches with your ACs. So you can use all of those specs when you're traveling. There are certain parks, and maybe you want a spot that fits this length motorhome, so 35.8 on this. There's another one of your 22.5-inch tires with these Alcoa aluminum wheels. Just gives it a nice beefy look. Up here you have heated remote mirrors. You have a side view camera. We'll show you where you can see that when we are inside on the dash. Lights up on that 10.1-inch touchscreen, but this will give you a nice clear view down the road so you can see what's behind you. It's also a rear view camera you can turn on, so if you're towing, you got an 8,000-pound hitch, keep that on the entire time, or when you're backing up, it's nice you can clearly back into your space. Another thing I want to point out, because we keep talking about this new F53, is under the hood here, brand new 7.3-liter V8 gas engine, 350 horse, 468 pound-feet of torque. Gives you a nice V8 rumble, going to be a little more efficient, going to be a little quieter than the old V10 that we had. It's a great driving experience. I have yet to drive one with the new engine and the new tires. This is actually the first one that we've made here at the factory, so it came right out of the plant and rolled right here. So I have yet to get behind the wheel, but I will give you a full report once I have. Moving down your campsite here, you have your another mirror. Again, this will show you the right side when you have your directional on. This is called a couple of different things here. Some people call it a trucker's window. Some people call it a pet window for old Poochie to look out of, or what it's really for. If you're here at a stoplight and you have someone sitting over here on their motorcycle, you can see that, okay? So there's no encroaching. It's just a nice safety feature to have. Another storage bay. I'm telling you, this thing is just packed with, you can pack the storage with, there you go, Windsport. And this kind of gives it away. Venice stone. Brand new decor. You're going to love the way this looks. It's called Venice stone, all right? And when we go inside, you will see, beautiful, gray cabinetry. It's awesome. Entry door, which we'll talk about here. Furnace right there, that's your exhaust. That is going to get a little hot, so if you're out here on the campsite and it's crisp and you do have the furnace on, be aware that is going to get hot. This is going to be your propane fill. Right there, you can fill up your propane at anywhere. Anywhere you get propane filled, you can fill that tank up and use it for your exterior propane connection. Now this is going to run your furnace, your exterior propane connection. This is great for gas grills or fire pits or whatever you need. You can go ahead and connect to there. Just a quick note for current owners who have this, if you're not getting the gas flow that you want, this is regulated, so you're going to want to take and remove the regulator from your device, be it your grill or your fire pit, in order to get the full flow from there. We talked about a little outside entertainment. Here you are. Look at that. You got a TV, you have a Bluetooth soundbar. Comes out on a swivel. So that's a nice feature to have if you want to do a little drive-in, some family movie night, or maybe just some music while you're cooking on the grill there. You can go ahead and pair your phone up. It's a Bluetooth device, so you just simply pair it up like you would anything else and then stream your favorite playlist. Now let's say that you can't find your phone because you have too many pockets. All right, so you're standing out and you're like, wow, that sun is really bright. Now granted, we are standing in the shade. I do have the Vega Touch Mirror app loaded on my Rapid Camp Plus, and all you need to do when you are standing outside, hit the button. Look at that. You can put out your awning. And one of the great features of Rapid Camp Plus, having this connected to your remote, is you can Use it to put out your awning. You can use it to put out your slides, which is really convenient. When you pull into a very tight camp space and there's some trees over there and you want to make sure you clear the trees with your awning or your slide, you can actually stand out here and do what you need to do to get this out. There are also lights underneath it here, so we have that all hooked up for you. We're going to go to our light button and we're going to turn on our awning lights, and there you go. They're located on the arms now, which really gives you a nice light to come back to if you're at the campground, you're using the pool and the hot tub, walking the trails. Maybe you're coming back from an adventure and you didn't put the awning in, you left the lights on. Going to lighten up your entire space. Moving on, one more bay over here. All right, a couple of things going on here. These are going to be your house batteries right here. You have a couple of circuit breakers in there. Say something's not working, maybe your jacks aren't going down, and we'll show you how to put those down in a few minutes. One of these breakers may be tripped, so go ahead and you're just going to pop that right back into place. These are the hydraulics for your one-touch leveling jacks. We'll show you how to operate those, but in the event you would need to override those. Real easy to do. You loosen these in pairs, you pull this cap out, and you wind it back in. Pet tie down right here. We've talked about traveling with pets, and this is one where you're going to want to take your buddies with you. You can hook the leash here, or the chain, or the tie down, run that through here and out. Maybe you want to use it to lock up your bikes at night, whatever it may be. Once you lock your bay, it's going to stay nice and secure for you. Moving back down the side here, you do have some outlets on the outside. You have some 110, so you can run a cord there, maybe hook up a blender, or if you wanted to plug in a video game and run it into the TV, do some outside Mario Kart, you can most certainly do that. Or maybe you want to do a lot of outdoor cooking. Look at this. I love this setup. Look at this. This is new cabinets. Coastline gray we're talking about. Isn't that just a beautiful color? Love that color. You have a light back here, a little shelter for you. Storage. This is for your fridge. So this is a 110 fridge. So you do have an 1800 watt inverter on your Windsport here. You can store what you need in here, adjust your temperature. This is a real great option. Love the exterior kitchen. Moving out back here, another large storage bay. You can see nice and tall. You can fit all kinds of boxes in there. Your luxury collection, which we're going to show you when you walk inside. And then out back, we talked about your hitch. You have a ladder that you can go up top. 100 watts of solar is optional. This motorhome happens to have it on it. So you can get 100 watts of solar up top for maintenance purposes. That's when you're going to want to climb your ladder up there. And finally, we do have our fresh water tank. This is where you're going to fill that. So you unscrew that, you put in your hose. Now, here's something to talk about with your hose. You're going to want to use a different hose if you're using your Sandy Flush to flush your tank, and if you're filling your water and you're connected to the campground, right? So make sure you're using hoses for drinking water. When you fill this up here, you got an 80-gallon fresh water tank and a 40 black and a 40-gallon gray tank on this motorhome. So I think I'm going to close up here. We're going to head inside. Tom, I'll let you go first. We do have the slide in, just to kind of show you the room here that you get, and we're going to put the slide out for you. Up he goes. This is just a great look. Our design team just rocked it. They rocked it on this one. The nice cabinets, the nice soft surfaces. I love this darker color here. This actually has a child safety seat because you can fit the entire family in here. If one of them happens to be little and in a child seat, you can tie them down here. You do have seat belts here. You do have seat belts here. And again, this sleeps up to 9 people depending on their size. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to open this up, but I wanted to give you the amount of room. You can see, if you spin around real quick, Tom, here's your bathroom. You can still get into your bathroom. You can still, if you want to go back to the bed, you can go ahead and go back to the bed and take a little rest-a-roo while you're sleeping there. Nice king-size bed in your 34J. Tom's walking back, up, and now you got to remember, Tom fit through there. I wish I could show you just how much gear that he has on in here. It's insane. It's absolutely insane, but he's got cameras and wires, and he was able to take all that back to the bedroom. All right, so you're set up, you're plugged into shore power, you have your sewer hooked up, you have your water hooked up. With the water, turn your water pump off, which you can do from Rapid Camp Plus because you're hooked up to city water. You'll turn your water pump on when you're draining from your fresh tank here. So we want to put the slides up. First, we'll put the jacks down, right? Parking brake in, motor on. Over here, one touch, you turn it on. You hit auto. Jacks will go down, going to level you out. You also have a manual setting so you can bring them down either in pairs, either the front, the back, the left, or the right, till you are completely leveled. To put out your slide room, you have to find your phone again. Where did I put it this time, Tom? Now it's in this pocket. All right, so we're going to go to Vega Touch Mira. And, all right, so here we go. Here's your slides. Right over here, confirm. All right, yep. Emergency brake is on. Everything's good to go. And you're going to the slides button. You have the nice full wall slide over here on the driver's side. You're going to hit extend. And out she goes. Now you're going to open up your living room. So as it slides out, you have a couple of motors on each side that are driving this out. Their entire purpose, in, out, in, out. They're not smart motors. They don't remember. Their sole goal is just to go in and out to put your slides out. Sometimes they will get a little bit out of sync, which happens, especially in this motor home when you have kids running around and things are dropped or they're walking in front of the slides. You're like, oh, or maybe your hand comes off the button or you realize you are too close to a tree and you have to stop. All right, so if they would get out of sync here, 6 quick presses, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did you hear that little noise? Now your motors are synced up for the next time. You know what, Tom, while we're up here, I'm going to move our party glasses real quick and take you through this dash radio. This is a great setup here for infotainment on the road. We're going to go to your home screen. A lot of great features. You have your radio. You have Sirius XM satellite radio, so you can find anything you want. If you like music or talk radio or sports, there it is. Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. Android Auto is one of my favorites. You simply plug in your phone and up it comes. You will have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, just like that. I mean, it's just a great, great feature to have. We can go to the marina, which is an hour away, or we can go to my house, which is 20. I'm saying marina. Let's go to the marina. I bet we're going to get some beautiful sunsets out there. You hit your home button. You have access to a number of different apps. So Android Auto, Apple CarPlay you can use on this. We'll go ahead and unplug. You're going to plug it into the USB port down there. Next to the traction control, your hazards. You have a 12-volt. Nice volume knob, so you can actually, instead of all these touchscreens, just turn the volume up and down. You have Bluetooth capability here. So a great way to, it's a swipe screen. There's the camera. Since the camera's on, you can see we do have another motorhome right behind us here in this display. Tap it, back to home, Bluetooth phone, Bluetooth audio to stream. So a lot of equalizer settings, a lot of great features on this as you work your way down the road and drive to wherever you may be. Maybe your passenger is doing a little work, doing a little live streaming right over there. We have Tom's computer hooked up to the flip-out dash workstation. What a great place. You have 110 outlets down below. You have 12-volt plugs, so you can blog while you're there. You can post pictures. You can stream a movie, because every motorhome that we make is equipped with the Winegard Connect 2.0 4G hotspot and Wi-Fi extender. And it is a really great feature, especially when you want a safe, secure internet connection wherever you are. One of the biggest features people look for when they are camping or looking for a campground is Wi-Fi. They want something with a Wi-Fi signal. Well, if there is one even close or a better one, you can pull it in using the Winegard Connect, or if you have a data plan, which you can get through Winegard, you download the app and then you type in your number and you scan a code, which comes with every motorhome, and then you set up your account, and you can either buy a data plan through Winegard, or if you have a SIM card, you can go onto the roof and you open up the Winegard satellite dish, which is also your radio and TV antenna there. You pop in your SIM card, and then you go ahead and you type in a couple more things, and there you go. Just like that, you have internet no matter where you are.
Steve, you know what I like?
What do you like, Tom?
The fact that, you know, everybody's asking, what's the Wi-Fi password? What's
Yes,
the Wi-Fi
yes.
password? What's the Wi-Fi password? Well, you don't have to ask that anymore. Everyone's connected to this system.
Yeah.
So you only have to connect this system to the campground.
Yep.
Nobody else has to ask for what their password. It's all saved for you.
Yeah, and the other thing too is, I mean, you can set up, you can monitor it that way. If the kids aren't tied into the campground and up late at night, you can Wi-Fi off and everybody's good, a good night's sleep. So Tom Rocks 1. Tom Rocks 1 is the password. You don't have to make it Tom Rocks 1. I'd make it Tom Rocks 2. That way it's top secret. Walking through your living area, oh, the storage we have here, the seating options. All right, so you have right here your nice sofa, and that will make into a bed. You take the cushions off, you pull up a nice sleeping area, drop down overhead bunk for another sleeping area, because we've talked about how this sleeps 9. We have the ladder stored, a neat little place I'll show you under the bed. This comes down using your remote with Rapid Camp Plus, but when you do that, you're going to want to take and make sure that your seats are leaned back because you don't want to squish this beautiful, beautiful material. Moving over to our dinette. This will seat 4 with ease, right? You can seat 4 people here. Maybe you have this pedestal table set up. A couple of people are dining there. This makes into a bed, and I'm not going to do it now because I've already broken way too many glasses, but you clear this off, you flip the handle, this will push down, you move your cushions back into place, and then you have a bed. And then in the morning, you move the bedding, maybe you shove it in one of the drawers down below, maybe you shove it in one of the many cabinets that we have here, and you have a great bed. Entertainment, who doesn't want that on the road, right? You got that right here, because when you're driving and you're going on a long trip, and the driver's here, the passenger's here, and the other passengers are here, well, if you're connected to WineGuard, you can do something via the internet, or maybe you want to watch TV, you can pop in a Blu-ray player. Do have an HDMI distribution box right here, so if you have a Apple TV or a Roku or whatever it is, you can actually plug it in, and then you can route it right there to the TV, so some on-the-road entertainment, which is really, really nice for you. Just again, you're going to have to make sure that your generator is running when you're driving if you want to watch TV. As we move down to, we'll talk about your stepwell real quick here. There's the controls for your 1800 watt inverter. Again, that's going to run your fridge and a couple of other outlets. You can find the schematics to find out exactly what outlets this inverter powers through our owner's resource page on thormotorcoach.com. You type in your VIN. For current owners, go ahead and do that. I would recommend you do that today because it's a great resource for you. Quick start guides, manuals, warranty guides, because the Windsport is now covered by a 12-year structural, 6-year lamination, and 1-year limited warranty. You will not find that type of warranty anywhere else in the industry. Here's the control for your 100 watts of solar power. It's a 10 amp controller. You can add another panel up top. It is wired for it. There is strapping up there. You just pop it into place, plug and play. Your battery disconnect switch. First thing you're going to want to do when you go camping, go ahead, move this to the on position, leave it here, because when this is on, what this is going to do, it is going to allow your chassis battery to charge your house battery. It turns on your 12-volt power in here. When you are plugged into shore power or running your generator, you're going to charge your batteries. So the only time you're turning that off is when you're not using your coach, and we have an entire video on how to use your battery disconnect switch on our YouTube channel. This is for your step, whether you want to keep your step in or out when you're at camp. You know, if you're coming in and out frequently, you're going to want to just keep that out. Just make sure you put your step, you flip the switch so the step comes in when you are driving, because you do not want to drive with that step out. You could do some serious damage to your coach, to other vehicles. Just make sure that's in. As we move into the kitchen, a lot of great storage for you. I love the glass inserts in this cabinet. It just gives it a nice, warm, inviting look. I mean, this is just a great look in this motorhome. You have dishes up there, some plates. Over here is the plug for your microwave. Solid surface countertops in the kitchen, solid surface sink cover. You have a lot of room here. So this is great. You can put a cutting board here, or maybe you want your cookbook here. And you have an appliance there, a blender or a coffee maker, however you want to arrange it. You're washing up, you have the nice pull-down sprayer there. You're cooking with the convection microwave. Oh, this has the oven. I'm sorry, this does have the oven. You can cook with your microwave. You have popcorn, baked potato, can reheat stuff. So this is your standard microwave, and then you do have the oven, and you do have the 3-burner gas cooktop here, which you just turn on your burner, and you click light, you can see it spark, and then you go ahead and light it. Stove works the same way. I used this setup in an Ace I traveled in over the summer, and it worked fantastic. I mean, we baked in there, we did cookies, did a couple other things. It's a great kitchen layout, all kinds of nice storage here. The drawers stay shut. You got to give it a little tug to open it, and the reason it's like that is so when you're driving down the road, they're not going to come flying open for you, right? You have nice storage down there. You can store your sink cover down there, access some of your plumbing. As we move back,
lighting.
Oh yeah, we do have to mention the cool lighting here because this is new under the cabinet lighting, so when it's dark at night, you can go ahead and you can turn that on and off, especially when you have kids up here up front, or you know they got to get to the bathroom. You turn that on, it's a nice ambient glow. It really classes, I like to say, it classes up the joint. It classes up the joint. It does. It's a nice touch here as we add. I love this fridge. I love this look. It's almost like a gunmetal look. But this is the new Contour residential refrigerator, energy efficient cooling. This is actually going to get colder for you faster. So before you head out on your trip, you can get everything nice and cool for you. You have your separate freezer. You have your cold. Ooh, that actually feels nice. Stick your face in there, cool off, but you got your temp control up there, nice shelves, and this is going to stay locked for you when you're driving down the road so your milk doesn't come spilling out. If it did, wouldn't matter. You do have residential vinyl flooring here. This is all laid down in one sheet, so you're not going to have seams. I love the way this looks. This is Tom's favorite floor that we make, I think. Am I correct?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, he says, yes, it is. Yeah, we walked in. He's like, I love that floor. It's like walking on a cloud. It is. I love this new luxury collection in this Windsport. Over here, nice large pantry. I mean, this pantry's huge. You can fit the family size boxes of your favorite cereal, which I love my cereal. You have pull-out drawers made out of wood, so a nice large pantry for all your goodies that you need. Over here is our Rapid Camp control screen. It's touch activated. All right, so I hooked it up to the app. To do that, you go to the gear, you hit mobile app, you're going to look for this number, and then it's going to ask it for a PIN, and then you're going to go ahead and change your PIN. That way, nobody else is going to access it at the campground and play tricks on you while you sleep, right? From your home screen, you can control your lights, master on and off. I mean, they're all off with the touch of a button. They're all on. Check your tank levels, turn on your water pump, okay? So if you want your water pump on, you go ahead and hit that. Now, a couple of things to mention here. You have your water heater gas and your water heater electric. Here's what I would recommend, especially with the way that this works here. Turn on your water heater gas, okay? So now you got the gas heating up the water in your tank, okay? 6-gallon tank on this. But you're going to also want to hit your water heater electric when you're plugged in. That way, because the propane is going to heat your water up much, much faster. This is going to maintain it. The water heater is just an element electric, and it's really going to maintain that hot water for you. When your water pump is on, that means you're using water from your fresh tank. When it's off, you're hooked up to city water. Make sure you're turning it off, otherwise you're going to be using the tank with the water pump on. You'll be using the water from your tank. You'll go out to dry camp, you're like, what happened to my water? It's because your water pump was on. House battery, 13.6. Chassis battery, 13.7. Auto gen start. You can turn that on right with the lightning bolt, like the Flash. All right, a couple of triggers for you here. You want low volts or do you want HVAC load? Okay, this is how way you can set it. You know, when you have your thermostat set down here, if you have pets that are in here while you're out, the generator will kick on if you're out there not hooked to shore power when you hit down to a certain temperature, or just through voltage, and you can go set quiet time. What are my start at volts? How many times do I want to try to restart it? A lot of great information here. We do have that link on our YouTube channel. If you want to see how this whole thing works, post a comment down below and I will send you the link. It's a fairly lengthy video because it's super in-depth. Okay, so I'm not going to go every feature here, but I will post that link for you. Lights for everything you need here. Here's your climate control. Again, you have two 13,500 BTU air conditioners, one up front, one in the back. Furnace, you can set it to auto, whatever you need. Your slide buttons, and then through the settings, you can change the time so it doesn't say that it's 3:05 in the morning, because I wouldn't be here at 3:05. I would be off in slumberland. Check out this bathroom, because this is huge. And look how light it, I mean, look at the natural light you're getting in here, because you have an exhaust vent up front. You also have the skylight over the shower. You have a glass door, okay, so you can get in there, you can move around. You have a porcelain foot flush toilet there. You have medicine cabinets, cabinets above. You have your sink, and look at all that counter room. You don't have to put plants in pictures of strangers on in your bathroom. No, you can put whatever you want there. I do like this little plant though. Got towel racks, you can hang your towels. There's the medicine cabinet. Sink. There's a control panel for your Rapid Camp Plus, which pops off the wall. These are all over, so you can control it from your phone, the main screen. If you're in here, you want to open the fan, you can do that right from there. Storage below, great bathroom here. Let's check out the bunks in the 34J, all right, because these are awesome, all right? So a couple of kids can sleep in here. You got one here, you got one there. You do have tablet holders in the back now, right? So they're streaming their favorite show, they're Snapchatting their friends, they're doing the TikToks, which Thor Motor Coach is on TikTok now. If you're a TikToker, and I don't know if that's what people who use TikTok are called, as of right now they are. So if you're a TikToker, like the Thor Motor Coach TikTok channel, we just started it. Tom and I haven't done anything goofy yet, but you know that's coming. The other great part about this is we get a lot of people say, I love this 34J. I love the bunks, but I don't travel with a lot of kids. I don't really need this sleeping room, but they don't buy this for the sleeping room. They're gone for a long time. Maybe they're gone for half a year. Maybe you're full-time. And you just move this cushion, you lift this up. This will lock into place right over here. And then look at this. Massive closet. Massive closet. You can hang the long coats and the pants and I mean, fancy dresses and suits. If you want to go out to, maybe you're going to go see an opera, whatever it may be, you can hang it in here. And the nice thing is you don't have to see clothes hanging there all day. It's nice doors. Take that right into place and shut off from the world. So it really kind of cleans things up. Operates with a strong magnet. And then you just lock those right back into place. And away you go. Storage over here, so you can fit whatever you want to put on your vacation. You can go ahead and fit in here, you know, little trinkets or things you don't want to fall off the shelves when you are traveling down the road. And we move into the bedroom. You do have a sliding door for the bedroom right here, so you do have privacy. You can shut yourself off from the shenanigans happening up front. As we move into the bedroom, nice king-size bed back here. Notice the size of the large nightstands. Over to the left, you do have a 12-volt port, so if you do need a little portable CPAP machine, you have that. 110, you have USB, and Tom, take a shot of all that storage up on top. I mean, look at that to the side, over up to the top. You do have more storage over here, USB ports over here on the bed, so you can plug in your devices there. Here's your AC, and one of the things I like about these air conditioning units, and you'll notice the ducts here, you can either close these, and then you're going to duct it with the black foam insulation through the ducts, or if you just love the cold air dumping on it, you open that and then it's like a mountain stream of cold air. It just rushes down on you and you're going to stay nice and cold. Closet space is massive in here. Okay, so if you're using that as a closet, you have all of this hanging space. These straps right here are for that pedestal table we showed you up front, so when you're traveling, stays right in place. You always know where to find it. Lock it into place. You can go ahead, the pole snaps in the back there. More drawers. Okay, ladder. Where do you store the ladder or the bunks? How about this? I love this. A little extra under the bed storage here. Ladder just snaps into place here. Keep a couple sleeping bags, pillows, blankets, whatever you need right down there under the bed. Over here we have a TV. Flip that up. You got more storage back there, a couple of outlets, cable connection, so if you want to watch some TV back here, you're more than welcome to. Dressers with a large dresser top. 110 USB ports, so a lot of ports to charge everything you need. So the nice shade so you don't have to look at the motorhome behind you, because maybe you don't. Oh, you all right, Tom?
Yeah.
All right. All right. I'm telling you, he's got a big gear. All right, so take that however you want. One thing I do want to mention, we talked about a lot of things today. We talked about your Rapid Camp Plus, and we talked about awnings, and we talked about generators and jacks. Well, if you want more information, in-depth tutorials on how to use all those systems, we have that for you on our YouTube page. If you would be so kind, if you haven't, if you're watching this on Facebook or you're watching this on one of our other social media platforms, head on over to our YouTube channel. We'd really appreciate it if you would just subscribe. If you like what you're seeing here, you want to see more of this, hit the like button and let us know. We love coming to you live. It's one of our favorite things to do, something a little bit different. A lot of great videos for you. All the new model year highlight videos are just about out there. We did have to stop shooting those for about 8 weeks this summer due to COVID, but everything is back up and running, and things are great. I mean, it's just a wonderful time to get out there. Just because it's fall, you kind of got to start thinking down the road to winterize, but still some great travel weather left. I know there are some states that do have some travel restrictions right now, so if you're thinking, oh, I want to go watch the leaves change color on the East Coast, check ahead, because there are quarantine rules that really could impact your travel. You're going to have to probably reroute if that's the case. So make sure you're checking ahead there. We also have cooking. If you'd like to learn to cook with the tools in your motorhome, that is called Mobile Meals. We're getting ready to shoot another season of Mobile Meals in a couple months, so those will be coming your way. A lot of great tools for you. I appreciate you watching this week. I appreciate all the questions. We're gonna sit down and try to answer all these questions. If it's something that I don't know, because it's super technical and in-depth, I'll go ahead and talk to one of our engineers. I want to get you the answers you need. If you have questions about finding the specific floor plan for you, maybe you say, well, I really like this Windsport look, but I don't need the bunks. I don't really want something that big. What's for me? That's where our CoachLink sales advisor team comes in. All right, so we call it your friend at the factory. And here's the nice thing. When you talk to our CoachLink sales advisors, they're not salespeople. They're not going to say, what do I have to do to put you in this motorhome today? What they are going to do is answer your questions. They can help you find the unit you want at a dealer near you so you can go and check it out. It's great to have a friend at the factory here, right? Outside of Steve DeVal, your RV pal, you have a lot more friends at Thor Motor Coach. So until we see you next time, take care. Keep watching our social media channels. Like and subscribe to our YouTube page because you